Hey, what's happening, guys? It's Sir William, and I wanted to show you real quick. I get a lot of questions about the different things that I bring with me whenever I go camping. We're fixing to go to Hunting Island, Edisto Beach, and Francis Marion National Forest. They're not off-grid by any means like we have done in the past, but I did want to show you my typical setup. This is how I have it organized, everything like that. So maybe you guys can get some ideas and do some of your own organization. Share with me how you do the organization down there in the comments. Click like if you like it. If you dislike it, click dislike and tell me why. Hope you enjoy. Right back here, I have a supply of plastic bags, a roll of duct tape, a tire plug kit, a poncho, a roll of toilet paper, a small first aid kit, which I actually need to refill, some grits because I'm from the South. Underneath this cargo deck right here, I have some paper so I can start some fires with. Pumbaa's going to come with us. I got channel locks, some bungee cords, some rope, as well as a handsaw, a good luck penny that was picked up somewhere USA, a hose for the shower, hose nozzle, and then a propane nozzle or a propane extension thing so I can use my 5-pound tank. Up there I've got the recovery rope as well as some wet wipes, and then right here will be where my fridge is. By the way, this is my fridge setup. So I've got it all wired straight to the battery back here. This comes off, goes into that fuse, and then goes into this. And I've actually hardwired in the stuff for the fridge, and the reason is because I couldn't find any. The plugs that came with it were just real loose back here and would randomly cut off, so I couldn't afford to have that happen too many times. So I went with a straight wired in. That's how we go camping. Pumbaa's ready, can't you tell? Now we're loading up the bed bag. We got one of those little travel pillows. Mine's already got a hole in it because I've used it more than Christie's. We both have one. One extra roll of toilet paper. I always keep one of these little lights inside each bag, or box I mean, so that way each area would have its own light. I've got one of these hammocks, a little cheap hammock. To be honest, I haven't put it on anything just because it's more of a hassle to me to put it up and then take it down, and for as little amount of time as I spend anywhere. Gear tie, gotta have that. I forgot to add, we also put the tent stuff down in this same bag or box. So right here I've got my little air compressor, not a real expensive one, just relatively cheap one I found on Amazon. It would probably take forever to actually air up all four, but it is what it is in a pinch. If you need it, and you got it. So over there we got 2 cans of repellent as well as some netting to put up on the window so that way I can keep the bugs out when I'm car camping. Alright, on top of that we got the tent. Just a little Coleman 4-person tent, nothing major. On top of that, we have a sleeping pad, another little small Amazon find, pretty cheap. And then you're going to see right in this compartment, we're going to put the bed. Bow! Add my sleeping bag, and we're good. Also, headlamp and beanie just in case. I always need that headlamp though. I had somebody give me this right here. This would be cool. Appreciate it, Hunter. Alright, so that's it for the passenger side now. I got the tent, sleeping pad, my sleeping bag. I got the headlamp. I got my beanie. I got my air mattress in the middle. And I only bring that if Christy's coming with me as well. Over on the door, I've got my nylon straps. One of these days, I'm going to learn how to use those things to tie up that camper or that hammock that I showed you earlier. And then I've got 2 cans of bug spray, as well as a little screen system that I put together for the to keep the bugs out whenever I'm camping inside the truck. Again, I do that whenever Christy's not with me. Right here, I've got some magnets, and those stick right there on the door, and that's what keeps that screen up. All right, so here is the mess box. I mean, literally, this is a mess box. So I've got my cast iron skillet that I cook everything on, tongs, in which I think are the most useful kitchen device ever, metal spatula, which is also second most useful device ever. I've got some other tongs, ironically enough, down in there, and then I've got some of these little head net things, looks like it's busting out, bug guard wipes. I got some fire starting sticks, some tuna, because you never know. I got some stinky, oh god, this thing's stinky, but it keeps the bugs off in an absolute pinch. Another one of those lights, like I told you. I got my coffee percolator, absolutely essential. I got some soap down here, antibacterial, and then I've got some random seasonings. 𝗬𝒂𝒏𝒈 shells and cheese, also crucial. You gotta have it. Some baked beans. I got my coffee. Let's see what else. Oh, these are also crucial. Gotta have these. I don't care what kind you get, but you gotta have those. Kind of like those wet wipes right there. Some mashed potatoes. Those are good. Taco seasoning. Then I've got 2 things of silverware down here. I got this little thing. This guy here is really handy. It's like a pot, and it's got 2 little pieces right there. And then over here, I've got a flat iron or flat griddle. And then I got a 1-person mess kit there with a little pan and all. So, oh, and batteries. You gotta have batteries. I've got tons of batteries. And those are the non-rechargeable kind. I've also got the rechargeable kind. Alright, and then I set that guy up on top, and that is the mess box, or kitchen box. It just so happens that the propane tank actually fits perfect down in there. Now, I know it does rub up against the little battery charger there, but it's all good. And if you look, I've got it hooked to this little carabiner, so that way it is attached for the most part. Now, one of the problems I did have was the rubber mat right here. This thing is poorly designed from Toyota, from the factory, but you know, I guess they did the best they could with what they are trying to work with. But it's still, I think there could have been a whole lot better design. But anyway, so this right here I cut so that way it's not trying to take the propane tank with it. And then also I've got my little hookups here, which I did in another video. But anyway, that's how the propane tank sits. So now I just gotta move the boxes. Perfect. Oh yeah, don't mind that. Hey, it's been through some stuff, you know? Alright, so now we got the bed box, we got the kitchen box, we got the table, we got a little bit of water. I'm going to stop at a Walmart and fill that up. You can fill that up right there at a Walmart for like less than $2. So that's the ticket, with purified good water. And now I'm just going to put the straps over it. Now, I'm not going to take both things of water this time, and the reason is because we're going to be in a pretty well-populated area. There's no reason to bring 10 gallons of water. So I'll have this water, and then I'll have the water up top for the shower, or whatever else. Alright, so there you have it. It's ratcheted, strapped in. It's not too incredibly tight. It's just tight enough to where the stuff won't, you know, in the case of an accident or rollover or something, it's not going to come flying forward. You know, it's pretty solid. So, it doesn't have to be, you know, super duper tight, but it does need to have some oomph on it, especially for going off-road. We're probably not going to go off-road a whole lot this trip, but it's always good to have it locked down. Alright, so what I was able to do is put my chair down there, put Christy's chair right there, and we're good. Screen for this side, magnets for this side, we're straight. Alright, so I got 1 5-gallon container of water. I've got my table, I've got the bed box, I've got the kitchen / mess box, I've got the bed, I've got 2 chairs, I've got sleeping pad, tent, mosquito spray, and I think that's it. Oh yeah, the 𝗬𝒐𝒏𝒈. All right, so now we hook this bad boy up, and this is a really good fridge. This is an 𝗬𝒐𝒏𝒈, and I got it from a company called Truck Fridge USA, and they did 27 degrees. Yeah, so anyway, really good company. and they were quick. Everything about them, I mean, it was good from you know, somebody that you're buying a product from. Everything was great, and they didn't pay me to say that. It's just they're good people, so appreciate it. Nonetheless, 𝗬𝒐𝒏𝒈 fridge, really good fridge. It hadn't let me down. I love it. I've had it for this is the first year I've had it, but really cool to give you an idea of how good it works. It was 59 degrees 2 hours ago. I let it cool down in the house. It hadn't been on since December when I went on one of my last trips, so it's pretty good. I love it. This is a game changer, folks. If you haven't got a fridge, and this is a decent one to get if you go through Truck Fridge USA. Anyway, you know, one more thing though, if I could, I know this is sounding a little bougie because you should just have a cooler, right? I don't know, but if I could, just one thing is, if it had a freezer, that would be awesome. I know it's too much. I know. So now comes the real pain in the ass. Remember how I told you I like to keep the, that's a mosquito. Remember how I told you I like to keep the cords together? Well, I didn't on this one. I'm getting a little bit better at it. But these things are finicky. Alright, so I got that all set. We're ready to roll. And I got everything packed up. The only thing now that I need is Christy and the dogs, and we'll be ready to roll.